Published 1931 EDT, the 21st of October 2017. Updated 2045 EDT, the 21st of October 2017. Darren Till shocked the MMA world with a first-round finish of UFC veteran Donald Cerrone in the main event of UFC Gdansk. Some of the sport's biggest names were at the Ergo Arena on Saturday night, including Conor McGregor, who typically made himself the center of attention. McGregor did not fight, but had to be told to sit down by referee Mark Goddard as he watched on as his teammate Artem Lobov suffered a unanimous decision loss to Andre Fili. Darren Till shocked the MMA world with the first-round finish of UFC veteran Donald Cerrone. Conor McGregor was told to sit down by referee Mark Goddard as he watched Artem Lobov. McGregor, even though he was not fighting, typically made himself the center of attention in the main event. Till caught Cerrone with a straight left hand before he rocked the veteran with a sharp elbow that sent him into defensive mode. Cerrone could do little but cover up as Till continued his onslaught. After his win, Till called for a fight with Mike Perry, and with the American in attendance, he met him nose-to-nose through the fence of the octagon and exchanged words. While it was a big night of success for Till, it could be a turning point of a different kind for Lobov, stablemate and friend of McGregor. Till caught Cerrone with a straight left hand before he rocked the veteran with a sharp elbow. After his win, Till called for a fight with Mike Perry, with the American in attendance. After being dropped by head kick in the first round, the Russian Hammer somehow managed to go the distance with Fili, but has since announced that he is considering retirement following the loss. Karolina Kowalkowicz's striking output was too much for Gdansk as she scored a unanimous decision win in front of her adoring Polish fans in the co-main event of the evening. In the final exchanges of the second round, Kowalkiewicz dragged Esquivel to the ground and quickly took her back. After shaping for a rear naked choke, she quickly transitioned to an armbar, but Esquivel was able to defend herself before the round ended. After the win, an emotional Kowalkiewicz spoke of how much it meant to her to get back into the win column after suffering back-to-back losses to Claudia Gadelha and UFC champion Joanna Jedrzejczyk. She also suggested that her next bout should be against another top-ranked 135er, Jessica Andrade. Karolina Kowalkiewicz was too much for Gdansk as she scored a unanimous win. Jan Blachowicz was likely in last chance saloon with regard to his UFC tenure on Saturday night after taking just one win in 5 outings for the promotion. However, the light heavyweight scored one of the most unique finishes of his career when he tightened up a standing rear naked choke in the second round of his clash with Devin Clark. Opening the main card, Oscar Piechota put on a stunning display in his UFC debut against Jonathan Wilson. Jan Blachowicz took a unique submission victory in his must-win clash against Devin Clark. After coming close to finishing the fight in the first round, Piechota nearly put an end to Clark's night in the final seconds of the second round when he cracked the American with a crisp right hand just before the bell. Once he forced the fight to the ground in the third, Piechota showed an amazing array of transitions as he looked to apply a triangle choke and later an armbar. However, Wilson was able to force the promising debutant to go the distance. In the final bout of the preliminary card, Marcin Held clinched his first UFC win over debutant Nasrat Haqparast on his 4th trip to Octagon. Held came close to stopping the bout with an armbar, but in the end he had to settle for a decision win against the durable 22-year-old. Oscar Piechota put on a stunning display in his UFC debut against Jonathan Wilson. Brian Kelleher got back to his winning ways when he finished Poland's Damian Staszak in the final round of their bantamweight clash. After a close first round, Kelleher took the momentum in the second and dropped Staszak with a left hook in the third. Despite the Pole trying to fight back with a single-leg takedown, Kelleher's continued strikes finished the fight. Russian debutant Ramazan Emeev scored a decision win over short-notice replacement Sam Alvey. The Russian showcased good grappling skills against the veteran en route to his unanimous decision nod. Aspen Ladd got off to a good start with UFC when she took a TKO win over Muay Thai champion Lena Landsberg. The debuting bantamweight took top position and rained down shots on the Swede in the second round, forcing the referee to stop the action.